Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our SEUNGWOO career mode series here. I know it has been a while and it's been a pretty shaky summer for my uploading schedule, but I think we're slowly starting to get back into the swing of things. As school is going to be starting, my schedule is going to get a little bit more normal. I've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of working, a lot of things just going on, and I'm ready to get back into the swing of things, finish out FIFA 16 strong, go into FIFA 17, which I do want to kind of talk about a little bit in this episode because I am excited for the things to come. Obviously, we're going to have the story career mode that I will undoubtedly play, even though it's going to be covered on YouTube. I'll probably do a smaller team. As much as I would like to do it with Arsenal, I might do that off the channel and then do another series where I do something a little more interesting, maybe do some of the decisions nobody else is doing on a team that nobody else is doing. So we'll kind of see how all that plays out. I definitely want to play on a more interesting team than a lot of these other people are going to be doing. I know there's going to be a lot of Manchester United, Tottenham, Arsenal, West Ham, Leicester, Chelsea probably are all going to be up there. So we'll probably choose somebody maybe in the middle of the table and just kind of see where it goes from there. But I did want to show you guys on here because I have had a few comments both on Twitter, some on Facebook, and then also over obviously in the comment sections on the videos. People wanted to know how I do the face for SEUNGWOO. I actually do a game face of him. If you guys do want the photos of the face that I used, I can try to find that, and I hopefully will have that in the comment section below if I do remember to do so. If not, then it'll definitely be the next episode. I'll show you guys what pictures I used for his face. It didn't come out perfect. I mean, it's close enough. It's definitely probably the best Asian face I've ever gotten on this game because they're usually pretty hard to get. I've noticed, speaking from personal experience, my face never comes out perfect in this game. The skin tone is never quite the way I want it to be, so I was surprised that the SEUNGWOO one came out, at least color-wise, as well as it did. So another thing I also wanted to know is, do you guys want me to bring this series over to FIFA 17, either with SEUNGWOO, or I can do it with some of the other Asian youngsters, or maybe even Barca youngsters in general. I do like the idea of a South Korean, but I may end up switching up the nationality and picking somebody different next year if South Korea is not in the game again, because I do want to do some stuff internationally, which obviously I can't do in this series. If that's really not anything that you guys care about too much, then I will go ahead and either do a SEUNGWOO career mode or maybe one of the other players that are coming up in the scene that I can kind of take control of. SEUNGWOO may also be in FIFA 17. There's no confirmation on that yet because we need to find out really what's going on with the Barca B team and everything like that, and whether or not we're going to be seeing them in the next game. Here you do see we get an assist against Everton, just passing the ball across the box to Cristiano Ronaldo. I do find myself linking up with Ronaldo a lot more than I felt like I was linking up with Messi, which I did say in the last episode. I really do think that Ronaldo is a better teammate to play with in this game, which I know is a little ironic because a lot of people consider him a very selfish player in real life, but just the way the game mechanics work in FIFA 16, it definitely helps you a lot more to play with Cristiano Ronaldo over Messi. So I have been enjoying this series, definitely more so now that I'm on this team. Going into FIFA 17, the only reason I probably would go towards a different player is because we're already a couple seasons into this and storylines have already been made. It's kind of weird to go back and restart all the storylines. Other career mode ideas that I'm probably going to do, I'll probably revive the A-Bar career mode whenever we bring that back, maybe do a Middlesbrough career mode, and then maybe in the later half of FIFA 17 I think Atlanta United should be added, which if you guys don't know who Atlanta United is, that is the team that is from my hometown, well, the town I live in now, Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. So I might do an MLS series with them, just kind of depending on whether or not they put them into the game for the 2017 season of MLS. So we'll see how all of that goes. If you guys have any other ideas on what series you guys would like to see, what you think a lot of people aren't going to be doing that you would kind of like to see me do, I'm more than happy to listen to your suggestions. From the gameplay that I've seen from FIFA 17, it does look like a very promising game. It having the Frostbite engine is incredible. as Everton goes ahead and equalizes here and brings the game back to 1-1. We played a very weird lineup in this game, just a little bit of a sidetrack. Our keeper was Gunn, who's number 54. He's a youngster. Definitely, I guess it is our second choice keeper because I don't believe we have another keeper other than Joe Hart. So I guess I kind of understand it in that sense, but putting them in against Everton didn't really make much sense to me. So it was definitely a game that we were always going to end up tying. There was no way we were going to come out of this game as strong as we would like and then end up winning the game in my eyes. So I will take the draw over the defeat and just go ahead and move into the next game. But what I was saying is I do really enjoy the way the game's looking. The Frostbite engine makes the game look beautiful. It's much more vibrant. If you guys ever notice in my gameplays, the game looks a little bit more vibrant than when you're playing it on your screens because I add filters to it, because this is probably the most dull FIFA I've ever seen. The colors just aren't that great, and it's definitely changing into FIFA 17. There's a lot more gameplay that's more vibrant in colors. The shadows are a lot better. The game just looks a lot better. So I'm hoping that, you know, next year I won't have to use any filters, or maybe just very small tweaks to the filters, because the ones I use right now are pretty strong, obviously, and they do pop a lot of color, and it doesn't look exactly how I would like it to look, but, you know, we take it as we will. The gameplay, though, it looks really good. The only thing I'm worried about is the ball shielding, because it does look a little strong. It's definitely going to be a very midfield heavy game next year, which may bring back the power of the 3-5-2, which I've never been a big fan of, but I do have friends that are really good with it in this game, and obviously we're really good with it in the past few FIFAs. Definitely in this game, I don't know if I would have really used it. Past FIFAs, I was never a big fan of it because I am a winger style player. So I could always defeat 3-5-2s pretty easily because they don't have wingbacks, obviously. But it'll definitely be interesting to see how the shielding works and how strong it is in the midfield. I think it's definitely going to be a strong option, but I don't think it'll be overpowered. It looks a little strong right now, but I believe when the game fully is out, it'll play a lot more like it does in real life when players ball shield. It doesn't look like you're going to be ball shielding the entire time. I don't think it'll be overused or anything like that, so all we can do is keep our fingers crossed and hope that on day one the game's not completely broken. With EA, it's definitely a possibility. Other things I've noticed, they did bring back on the ground finishing, which if you guys played, I believe it was back in like FIFA 10 through 12, there was if you triple tapped the shoot button, it would actually keep the ball on the ground. I think it still works a little bit in this game, but not nearly as much. Back in the day, you would press that button and it would automatically shoot it to the bottom corner, either right or left, and it would basically be an automatic goal. It was completely overpowered. It was how I finished all the time back then, obviously before finesse shooting did become as strong as it did. So we will be seeing that return. In the trailers, it didn't look too strong, but that was kind of, I think they forced it to look that way because of the positioning of Martial in the trailer. So I'm hoping that's not overpowered. It's definitely a strong tactic, but it is kind of hard to pull off sometimes as well, as much as it is to do a triple tap cross across the box to keep the ball on the ground. Sometimes it just doesn't come off. Defenders are in the right position. The attacking AI looks really strong, so I'm hoping that will translate over to career mode. My biggest worry that I do want FIFA 17 to fix is the career mode logic, which I do know that they're working with the manager career mode side of things, where players aren't going to be leaving clubs if they're the star player, and it's going to be more difficult to buy players that are at the top of their club and this, that, and the other. So that'll definitely make the manager side of it more interesting, which obviously I will be playing. But what I am worried about is obviously what we've had problems with in our Man City, Barca career modes here, where they're putting me in with easily the worst teammates that they could possibly choose against some of the better teams. Especially with a team like Man City, they seem to have this like messed up view of the rest of the Premier League, where it's really just like the top four, and then everybody outside of the top four, they're going to play a weaker side with. So, and Barcelona kind of had the same theory. So as long as they can change that in the game, so that we're not playing with the worst team every time, that we are getting first team action with the actual first team, that will definitely make a lot of things better. There's a few things here and there that I think will definitely make player career mode better. I still think they need to add in an option for you to watch the game and come in as a substitute. I don't know why that's not in this game. I guess it's something with coding that makes it difficult for you to go into a game and then sit on the bench. I don't really know what it is. Hopefully that does change. I would imagine so, since they're going to be doing all this stuff with the story career mode with Alex Hunter. I'm pretty sure you're going to be sitting on the bench in a couple games and then coming in. So hopefully that kind of stuff does change. Obviously we're going to be seeing Premier League managers, so that'll be interesting. And we're still waiting on, I think, the additions of licensed leagues. As far as I know, I don't think anything has happened yet. So hopefully that does change. This Arsenal game was incredibly boring, so that's why you're not really seeing any highlights. There weren't highlights. It was a lot of midfield battle. As an Arsenal fan, for whatever reason, in FIFA, I'm always really kind of struggling to score against Arsenal. So the gameplay is always kind of weird when I come up against them. It's always Arsenal and Dortmund are my two kryptonites, really. But it'll definitely be interesting to see how things go on. I hope you guys did enjoy coming back to this series. I know a few of you have been asking for it on Twitter and in the YouTube comments below. So if you guys do have any suggestions about anything going on for the rest of FIFA 16, let me know in the comments section below. Next episode, I'll probably talk a little bit about transfers and stuff going on in real life football again. Just because there's a lot of topics to talk about, and obviously being an Arsenal fan, I do have some pretty strong feelings about what we're doing right now and what people are saying about us right now. So hopefully we'll have another episode coming up tomorrow. This episode hopefully will be going up today on the 26th of July. So hopefully this will be the start of, if not daily uploads, somewhat of a consistent upload schedule. So sorry about the delay again, and if you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.